everybody, welcome to GIS E-Pathshala, Grade 8, Social Science, History. Our chapter is from trade to territory. Our chapter is from trade to territory. See, in the last video lecture I explained you regarding the background of India, regarding the background. Who were the ruler of the Pan India? Mughals were the ruler of the Pan India. And what was the background of India before Britishers came? Before the arrival of Britishers, what was the background of India, that we have seen in our last video lecture. Now how the Britishers came and what they did further, that we are going to see and that we are going to learn in this video lecture. So now today we are going to see how British East India Company came to India. The heading is East India Company comes east. See, East India Company comes east. From East India Company, from that side they came to east side, this India side. Now trading company, East India Company came as a trading company. East India Company came to India as a trading company. They want to do business in India as a trading company. They came in 1600, acquired a charter from Queen Elizabeth I. See, at that time in England, the ruler was Queen Elizabeth. The ruler was Queen Elizabeth, and the East India Company got the charter from Elizabeth. Got the charter from Queen Elizabeth. Charter, what is the meaning of charter? Charter means a sort of permission. Charter means a sort of permission. मीन्स ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी ने क्वीन एलिजाबेथ के पास से एक ऐसी परमिशन ले ली जिसके होते वो ईस्ट साइड आके बिजनेस कर सकते हैं. उनको एक सोल राइट मिल गया. दे गॉट द सोल राइट फ्रॉम द क्वीन एलिजाबेथ to do the further trading in east side. So from whom they acquired the charter? From Queen Elizabeth. At that time in England, Queen Elizabeth was the ruler. No further company from Britain could go to trade. Now see, from Britain, in Britain so many companies were there. East India Company was there, West India Company was there, like so many companies were there, but only East India Company got the charter from Queen Elizabeth. So no other company from the Britain could go outside for further trade. So East India Company was alone for trading purpose in the east side. Now after that, excluded competition from other English trading companies with mercantile objectives, made huge profit. Excluded competition from other English trading companies. So ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी वॉज अलोन. वो एक ही कंपनी थी जो ट्रेड करने ईस्ट साइड आ रही थी. सो ब्रिटेन में से इंग्लैंड, फ्रॉम ब्रिटेन नो अदर कॉम्पिटिटर्स वर देयर. वो अकेले ही कंपनी थी, तो उनके साथ वहां ब्रिटेन में से कोई दूसरा कॉम्पिटिटर्स नहीं था. एंड व्हाट विद द मर्केंटाइल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स मेड ह्यूज प्रॉफिट. मर्केंटाइल ऑब्जेक्टिव मींस द object, only single objective was there, that they want to do only the profit from the business. They only want to do the profit from the business. They are purchasing the things and selling the things, and they are doing the profit. But why they are making a huge profit? Why East India Company was making a huge profit? Because East India Company only got the right to trade outside. No other company from Britain was there with the competitor. After that, what happened? Still competitors from other European power was there. See, suppose from India only I got the chance to go outside for a big competition. Suppose इंडिया में से मुझे एक कोई चांस मिल रहा है, मैं बाहर कोई फॉरेन में बड़ी कंपटीशन में पार्ट लेने जा रही हूँ, बट उसके सामने ऐसा तो नहीं है कि मैं अकेली हूँ. आई एम नॉट अलोन. फ्रॉम इंडिया आई एम अलोन. इंडिया से मैं एक ही जाने वाली हूँ, बट फ्रॉम अदर कंट्रीज अदर पर्सन्स वर देयर एज माय कॉम्पिटिटर्स. वहां पे दूसरे कंट्री से दूसरे लोग तो कॉम्पिटिटर्स है, उसको तो मैं नहीं रोक सकती हूँ. सो लाइक दैट द थिंग्स हैपन, that still competitors from other European power was there. Means other European power, Britain के बाजू में यूरोप एंड वो other places के जो other rulers were there, other traders were there, they want to come to trade east side, and they all were the competitor. Who were there? Portuguese, French, Dutch. See, you know that Portuguese sailor Vasco da Gama found the new sea route to come to India for trading purpose. Vasco da Gama found the new sea route to come to India. Suppose you think this is the Britain, and here French, Netherlands, Portugal, all the places are there. Here South Africa is coming, and then this side the India is there. So from this side they are coming here. Cape of Good Hope one place is there, and from there they are coming to India side. So this full is their trade route. This was counted as their trade route during that time. So other competitors, Britishers were there, along with the Portuguese, French, and Dutch peoples were there. They all want to do the trading in this side. In the same trade route, they all want to come to east side for the trading purpose. See, as you saw that previously only Britishers were there. So what they were doing, they were taking the goods at very low rate, and in other markets they were selling the goods at very high rate. So the profit margin was more. But now what happened? Portuguese, French, Dutch, all other people were there with the competition. There was a healthy competition. All wants to purchase the same goods and all wants to sell in their own places. So now because of that what happens? Competition created a problem, but the nature of the competition further exaggerated the problem. Exaggerated means increase the problem what is normal. Normal problem was there related the competition, but because of the more competitors, the further exaggerated the problem. What was the normal condition of the problem of competition was increased. The problem increased and the competitors were more. Now as you know that the more competitors were there. Now because of the more competitors, the profit margin was low. So now what happened? The nature of competition. All companies were interested in buying the same good. See, they all want to take cotton, silk, spices, all the things from India. All want to purchase the same goods. नाउ सपोज आई एम हैविंग द वन पेन, मेरे पास एक ही पेन है और सभी को एक ही पेन चाहिए, तो कोई बोलेगा मैं 10 रुपया देता हूँ, कोई बोलेगा मैं 15 रुपया देता हूँ, कोई बोलेगा मैं 20 रुपया देता हूँ. So like that the competition was there. So because of that what happens? Demand increase, price increase and profit of the company decrease. एक चीज की डिमांड बढ़ गई तो उसका प्राइस भी ज्यादा होगा, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ द प्राइस प्रॉफिट ऑफ द कंपनी डिक्रीज. In previously they were taking the goods suppose in 10 rupees and they are selling in the 20 rupees. Now the price of the commodity increased to 15 rupees and they are selling in the 20 rupees. The profit margin was less. So what happened? Demand increased. Because of the increase in demand, price increased, and before of the increase in the price, therefore decrease in the profit. The profit margin was less. उनको profit कम मिल रहा था. Now all are thinking that we are getting less profit. Who are the competitors? आज मेरे भी कोई 5 competitors होंगे तो मैं always I am thinking that मुझे ज़्यादा profit चाहिए, और माइंड में वही रहेगा कि अभी तो प्रॉफिट कम हो रहा है, कुछ करना पड़ेगा. What to do? So now what they thought that eliminating the rival competitors was the only way. Eliminating means उनको कैसे भी करके बाहर निकाल देना है कंपटीशन में से, कैसे भी उनको पीछे कर देना है, कुछ भी करके उनको निकाल देना है. Eliminating the rival competitors was the only way through which the trading companies could flourish. See, if they do the elimination of the other competitors, then only they can flourish. Now the only thing is coming in their mind, all are in the same line, on the same track, all are the competitors. So now what they are thinking, that we have to eliminate our competitors, then only we can survive, then only we can flourish, we can get good profit margin, and we can do the good profit and all good things. Now for eliminating the competitors, what they started? Now eliminating the competitors, what they started? Ships were attacked. Whatever ships were there, suppose the French are there, Portuguese were there, they were loading the ship and they are going to for the trading to their own places. On in between in the sea, what the others are doing? Ships were attacked. They were attacking the ship. What happened? All the goods will be spoiled. Then routes were blocked. रूट्स जो बेसिक रास्ता था उनका वो रास्ता ब्लॉक कर लेते. सपोज वी आर गोइंग एंड somebody blocked our route, what we can do? Nothing we can do. So like that routes were blocked, and at last trade was carried on with arms and trading posts were protected through fortification. At last what happened? Trade was carried with arms. Now they were doing the trade but with the weapons, arms, battles were there, they are attacking, and like that they were doing the business and trade. And along with that, that is the very important thing, trading posts were protected through fortification. Fortification means किला बंदी. In normal language we can say fortification means किला बंदी. Suppose See, this is here the Bengal is there. From here the Britishers were starting their ship. Here they are. So from here they are taking some things. From here they are purchasing goods. From here they are purchasing and they are collecting the good at one place at Bengal. Here they are collecting the good. There one office or some place is there. Post was there. There they are keeping all the things. Then afterward they are loading the ship and they are moving. So this place, one place they have to keep where they are keeping all the things, all the commodities they have purchased, they have to keep at one place. So this place was the post. But what happened? They have to make safety here also. Otherwise, somebody will attack and somebody will take all the things. So for the safety purpose, they have to, the fortification means they have to make a fort around it. Fortification means fort around it. किलाबंदी इसको बोलते हैं. किलाबंदी means जहाँ पे भी उनका मेन ऑल पर माल आता था वहां पे उनको फोर्ट बना लेना पड़ता था अपने प्लेस के अराउंड. उनकी प्लेस के अराउंड में फोर्ट बना लेते थे. दैट इज द फोर्टिफिकेशन. एंड दिस इज द basic root cause for all the further things in Bengal and with the rulers. This was the main basic thing. Now what happened because of this? In normal language, one thing I am saying. Suppose मैं आज आपके घर पे एक मेरा थोड़ा सा माल रखती हूँ. मैं बोलती हूँ मैं यहाँ 2-3 बिल्डिंग्स में जाके वो सेल करती हूँ. 2-4 बुक से मेरी रखी आप. सो यू आर कीपिंग. आपने आपके घर में एक कोने में मुझे जगह दी, वहां पे मैं मेरा सामान रख रही हूँ. बट थोड़े दिन के बाद मैं आपको बोलती हूँ अभी ये छोटी इतनी सी जगह है ना, वहां पे मैं 2 वॉल बना लेती हूँ, एक डोर लगवा देती हूँ और ताला लगा देती हूँ ताकि मेरी बुक सेफ्टी में रहे. सो इमीडिएटली व्हाट थिंग विल कम इन योर माइंड? नो दिस इज नॉट राइट. हाउ शी कैन मेक अ स्मॉल रूम हियर? वो क्यों हमारी जगह ले लेंगे? हमने तो खाली उनको परमिशन दी थी. वो क्या यू कैन कीप, आप यहाँ पे आपकी थोड़ी बुक्स रख सकते हो. So like that the things happen because of the fortification of the post. Because of the fortification of the post by the British rulers, what happened? The rulers of Bengal created objection. Rulers of Bengal created objection and intense conflicts with local rulers. It created a conflict with the local rulers. Immediately the local rulers came that why you are doing the fortification. Immediately the local rulers came and there was a big conflict between the Britishers and the local rulers. Now what happened? One side trade is there and one side politics is there. Both the things are together. Britishers has to face both the things together, and further because of the things, further conflicts and further things arose in Bengal. So the one basic cause and the root cause was the fortification of the post. Now because of that, what happened in Bengal further, that we will see in our next video lecture. Thank you.